Hey guys, how's it going? Now today we're gonna learn a scale for guitarists that hate learning scales. Gonna be really simple. We're only gonna use two strings, B and E, the high E, but once you learn the pattern, you're gonna be able to solo or use this pattern anywhere on the fretboard. And eventually, once you get used to it, you'll realize that you can fit that in on any string in any key, which is why I think this is actually an awesome thing to learn. I learned it a long time ago, and it was actually from Instagram, from a guy on Instagram I used to follow, who's now blocked me. I'll tell you why a bit later. But today, it's all about making sounds, making noises on the old guitar. I think what's also useful when you're learning scales is to understand how it can be used practically. So I've recorded a tiny sort of minute long piece of music to show you how you can use it. Because the thing that frustrates me sometimes, you'll see online, it'd be like, oh, here's the Flipsidolian scale. And you're like, how the fuck, I mean, how the hell am I going to use that in anything I play? But this is a scale where you can actually use it, all right? Try and show you and make it as simple as possible to understand. And I would say this is for any sort of level of guitarist. It doesn't really matter. Just as long as you love learning guitar and want to learn a bit more about where notes fit on the fretboard, which is always useful. You know, unfortunately, you can't just, if you want to get better, unfortunately, you do have to learn some of the theory stuff. Hopefully this will help you with your playing. And guys, before we get going, like, subscribe, follow the channel if you love guitars, if you love music, if you love amps, pedals, just anything music in general, records, whatever. Really love having you guys on board, especially follow if you hate scales. It's a joke, I don't mind scales, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, whatever, let's go. Right, we are nice and close, so hopefully you can see this, okay? We're gonna be using the B and E strings. That's all you need to know. We're going to learn it in the key of C. C major, not the minor. It's the major, the happy C. And it goes like this. That's the whole thing, and then it continues up. But that's it. That is the whole thing. It's really, really simple. Well, I say that as someone who can play it. But once you learn it, you realise, do you know what? It sounds really simple, but you could incorporate all those notes when you're playing in certain keys. They just fit. And then you can improvise and play whatever. But anyway, let's learn it. And if you know the name of this scale, drop it in the comments. I can't remember what the guy called it. It's probably just a pentatonic of some kind, but it's just cool. So it goes like this: B string, first fret, and you go in first, third, fifth. And then same again on the E string, first, third, fifth. So it's and down. So the whole time you're just going up and down the same notes, all right? And then the next section, which carries on the whole pattern, is the second note in the first phrase. So for example, the first phrase goes first, second, third. You're going to start on the second fret in the next part of that scale. Does that make sense? So you go, so second fret. So hopefully that makes sense, and we carry that on all the way down. So we start on the, let's just go from the beginning. First, second, third. Then we go third, fifth, sixth. On the B, third, fifth, seventh on the E. Then we go up to the fifth, fifth, sixth, eighth on the B. And then fifth, 7th, 8th on the E. We go 6th, 8th, 10th on the B, and 7th, 8th, 10th on the E. Then 8th, 10th, 12th on the B, and same again on the E. Then 10th, 12th, 13th on the B, and the same again on the E. So and then we go, I cocked this one up massive, it's 12th, 13th and 15th on both the B and the E strings. Same again on the E. So, and end on the C. So I'll do it really slowly now, really slowly, so you can pick it up. I'll try and make it really clear so you can see what strings I'm pressing. That's it. That is literally the whole thing. So everything I played there was in that scale. That's what I mean. Once you learn it and the patterns and understand what it sounds like, it's actually really cool. And the cool thing about it, so that's in the C. So if you imagine C is there, 3rd fret on the A string, and the equivalent in that scale, the starting point, is 1st fret on the B string. So it's like, I always imagine it like a diagonal going from there to there. And if you imagine that, that's how it works in my head. If you imagine that across the fretboard, so if I want to do the scale in E, I just go, I start there, and the equivalent is obviously 2 frets at the diagonal at the B. So I can just start there. It's the same thing. Literally the same thing. So you can do that all the way up the fretboard. Well, in a major, obviously. And the cool thing about it is that it works on any string. So say you wanna, you're playing something in C, like earlier. You can literally use the C, the low C. So it's the same pattern, just higher up. No. The only difference on the fretboard, I think, is on the G string. So if you're doing it on the G string, you just have to imagine the note on the B string is 1 fret up. So the equivalent would be like, so instead of starting on the 3rd fret on the G and 3rd fret on the B, you go 3rd fret on the G string, but then the 4th fret on the B string. Same pattern, just 1 fret up. And then it just follows all the way up. But otherwise, yeah, on the low strings as well. the same thing. What I'd advise you to do is just practice on those B and E strings. Because, yeah, it's really cool when you can go all the way up. So yeah, it's mad, it's cool. But the big thing is, when you learn these things, what is the point in it? How can you use it musically? And that's where this has helped me. In terms of my own learning, and I'm sure other people like this, I'm kind of self-taught. I didn't really learn any theory stuff, just learned through, I guess, trial and error and playing. So it's quite hard for me to find theoretical scales that I kind of click with and understand, but ultimately be able to use it musically, which is why I thought I'd record a little piece where you can kind of see how this scale can be really useful. Because once you learn the patterns and what things sound like, you can then just use it to create what you want. Here's a little example. Have a listen and let me know your thoughts, man. Right, there you go, guys. I hope that kind of made some sense as to how you can use that scale, or that pattern really, within a piece of music. Unfortunately, you get all the stuff online where it's like, you need to practice every second of your life. You need to practice. Unfortunately, that is the case with scales. You have to practice them until it just starts to feel natural and the patterns make sense and you understand the sounds, and then you can use it in your own kind of soloing or whatever, however you want to use those notes. But once you get it, it can be, well, hopefully you saw in the little piece, it can be really useful. And I hope it made some sense to you guys in terms of how I explained it. I try my best. I mean, if it didn't make sense, just, I don't know, go and watch Rick Beato or something. But hopefully you saw, especially when I played it slowly. In fact, you could slow the YouTube video down, couldn't you, to learn it? Do that, practice it, and give it a go. Let me know how you get on. Like I said earlier in the video, I found this from a guy on Instagram who blocked me. The reason behind that was this guy, I can't remember his name now. It was quite a while ago. I want to say he was from the USA, probably in a southern state based on his accent. He had a very southern accent, not like that, but he was a really good guitarist, and he put up some really cool, like, simple videos on little guitar licks, and he'd teach you like little things. But his Instagram started to change because I think he discovered weightlifting. And so you'd have there'd be one video of, here's a cool chord, and then the next video would just be his flexed bicep. Or like him lifting, I don't know, some heavy rock or something, and then you get a nice, so it's a bit disjointed. I mean, don't get me wrong, this channel's a bit disjointed. I just pop up random music stuff now and then, but at least you're not getting a bicep flashed on your screen every 5 seconds. Some people were politely asking him, maybe you make a fitness Instagram if you're into your fitness. And he was blocking these people. Eventually it got to a point where I was like, hey mate, do you want to just stick your, flexed abs on a different account? And I immediately got blocked whilst being called some not pleasant things, which is a shame because he did some cool guitar stuff. But I'm forever grateful to Guitar Flexed Bicep Man for that scale, because it's been really useful, and I hope you find it useful too. Massive thanks for watching. If you enjoy guitars, music, pedals, amps, weird scales that I don't know the names of, anything music related, follow the channel. Really appreciate your input, and take it easy, guys.